Now, based on the information I put in, this should show me Instagram as a live. Go live. Oh. Oh, but it's so zoomed in. Go live. Who cares? Let's see. That's not. Sorry. No one can see you on Instagram live, Cam.
Fine.
No one can see you on Instagram.
Just the disembodied voice of Cam.
What's that? What's happening?
Notifications that you've gone live.
I'm live. We're live everywhere now.
I didn't know my mom followed you on Instagram.
Your mom follows me everywhere because she loves me like a son that she wishes she had.
That's awesome. Good for her.
I love your mom. Hi, Debbie.
She's all right.
Hi, Debbie. Jojo Paglio joining. Aha. Essa Missa Trail Balls. It's a Nelson. 5 bowls of bowling old.
Oh.
I say that to people all the time.
It adjusts to the widescreen view.
Did it on Insta?
On Insta.
On Cinstagram?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You can see my foots.
Hell yeah. My mom said that good things come to those who wait. And I got some banana bread at work, Dad. Getting ready to fire up the podcast. I hate this microphone setup. I hate it, Cam.
You can blame me for sure. I talked you into it.
Tanner, what's up, Tanner? You did talk me into it, and it's probably for the best. I'm not going to fight you on it. Like, I understand the aesthetics.
I just want you to be comfortable, you know?
You know what's weird is I've had so much time with a microphone where I'm down here on the microphone. It feels weird to not have, like, if you go back and look at live video of me anywhere else, on any other time I've been on a microphone, I've been on a live feed, you'll see me move the microphone with my mouth. Like,
oh, yeah.
Because there's like a certain spot I want it to hit because I use the mic condom. Ayo, twinning. Oh, dude behind me's got a righteous beard. Show off the beard there. Oh my God, that's so like.
I just took a couple inches off it a week or so ago, too.
I'm gonna take a couple inches off of you.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Hoochie Daddy season.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. When we get the podcast going, then that will be that recording starts here in just a couple of minutes. Then we're gonna dig into that Hoochie Daddy season because I made a celebrity-ish best friend, I think. Thanks to Cam. Thanks to Cam.
I'm the connector.
You are the great connector of things, all things. So we go live everywhere. We're live on Instagram. 3 people watching on old Instagram. Chanel, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the audio is sounding like. Like, can we get a monitor on that?
Yeah.
You tell me what Instagram sounds like. Make sure it's coming in clean. That sounds like
room audio.
Is that the Instagram?
Yeah.
That's crazy how delayed the Instagram is versus how like immediate TikTok is. What's my opinion on that guy's beard? Oh, you got Cam.
Yeah.
Just so you understand, when I joke around with you and I tell you that I'm a gay icon, I am a gay icon. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of handsome, hairy men that are going to come in here and they're going to see me and they're going to get thirsty and they're going to see your beard and they're just probably going to,
macaroni and cheese.
Just immediate macaroni and cheese. It's going to be immediate macaroni and cheese.
I mean, really, with a couple studs like us, how could you not?
Exactly.
I mean,
so I've been trying to put this show on all day today. It's not been great. It's not been great because I want to dig into that a little bit in the podcast here when we fire that up as well. But I have got that damn ADHD so bad. I just first ballot Hall of Fame is what I like to say. So I get something in my head and then I have to do that. The reason I asked about the TikTok audio is because
TikTok sounds good.
It did sound good. Because it was wicked overdriven. I keep wanting to lean into the microphone. Excuse me, everyone. I don't mean to belch.
Quick, chug some water.
If I'm gonna chug some water, if you're on Twitch, I need to probably go look and see where the Twitch comments are at because I have to flip flat back and forth.
What's worse, the sound of a burp on a podcast
Uh-huh.
or the sound of you chugging water next to a microphone?
I think chugging water is a sexy sound, so I think burp is the worst sound.
Okay.
And that's not me being facetious. That's not me being like unnecessarily stubborn about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do think that chugging water is like a inherently sexy sound.
It's like, can you get a straw?
I don't want a straw.
Mm.
I hate straws.
And when you drink,
Purdue
just-
86,
just lay
yes,
right there.
except I have let her down a couple of times and I am working on fixing that, but I just keep failing at that. And I don't say that flippantly. Purdue asks, am I still friends with Nikki? Nikki D, yes. It's a woman same alive. Ramona sharing the live, encouraging more listeners to share the live. And you know what, Ramona? That's what it's like to be a part of Two Bars Nation. So really, we appreciate you. Michelle, we also appreciate you with the follow to the live creator. I love a good guzzle noise.
Do you like the sound of other people chewing food?
It depends on the food. So I'm not immediately turned off by like the ASMR stuff. I like a nice crunchy pickle sound. I do.
Yeah, for sure. Who doesn't like a good Vlasic or
I
whatever?
I like a good.
Clausen.
If it's got some snap, then I want to hear it. I want to hear you eat it.
I
Yeah.
don't. I am not a fan of hearing other people chew.
A lot of
anything.
people aren't.
I don't like it.
They don't like it. Don't do that. Don't play someone else's audio. Why can I not just find my live here?
Thank you, Ramona. She hates when people chew food loudly. Oh, like if you can't chew
Loudly?
with your mouth closed, you can get the F out.
Oh,
I almost did it.
it's all right because we're not on the show yet. We're not on the show yet. Why have? Oh, you know why? Because I've done it through Riverside up till now. Riverside takes me to the Twitch chat.
You're gonna have to do Twitch.
So you're really nothing if not inconsistent with these recording times. And that's why we are talking about this now. Because we have decided, Cam and I, we have decided, because I think Cam's going to be on more than he's not going to be on.
I got this killer chair, so why am I gonna go anywhere?
Right.
Really?
Really. That's what I'm saying.
I'll just kick back,
Plus,
chilling.
I'm a better extracurricular activity than what you're doing with your time. Don't mess that up. I hate that this microphone's so far away. I will learn to love it.
Just move it closer.
Sylvan. Oh, sly doggy. Sylvania from Transylvania. He is a froggy listener. So shout out Sylvania. Solenia. That's the pickle man. It's from Rick and Morty. I hate that this chat is not any good.
Which one?
I'm gonna take my subscription to Riverside down.
Oh, the Omni chat.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take my subscription to Riverside down to whatever the base level is, and then I'm going to start doing this with OBS. And then instead of trying to get a stream key, I think I'll probably just keep using this computer over here and run TikTok as its own dedicated live. Or I think some people have hollow heads. So just as they crunch, it just fucking crunches louder. Like, dude, Dan, get some substance in your head. You're killing me. Yeah, the Omni chat for this is not good because it's not showing anything, and there's so many Twitch comments already. Sylvania. Yeah, I know you said it out of love. So here's the thing. Here's what the decision is. The decision has been made that we will now do this at night. It just fits into everyone's schedule better. I'm without job right now. Okay. So I'm trying to like stitch together side gigs and everything to make a little money until I can turn this into a profitable empire here. You know what I mean? That's kind of the hope. I've been doing radio for 19 years, mornings radio almost exclusively. Radio itself, if you count college, which I do, because it's like counting from the base, you know, when it's like measuring from the bottom versus measuring from the top. There's an extra inch back there, man. You're going all the way back to where the bag starts, you're going to find extra. We're going to get flagged. We're going to get flagged. We're immediate flagged. So I can't see all of the dang chit chat. Been a fan since the ATL days with them. Always like Brandy, Nikki. You see, Brandy got a new show. Purdue. Brandy's doing mornings in Orlando. I met her one time. Jay, baby, I'm glad you're here on the Instagram. Now I know I was supposed to wait until like I was doing video game lives and whatever, and then I was gonna open your package that you had sent. But this, Jay over on Instagram, he gave me this. What is that? It's it's a video board.
Oh.
But here's the thing, like you can put a picture on this.
Okay.
It's like a portable piece of TV screen.
That's cool.
Right. So it doesn't have that many pixels, right? So like if you're putting something that's super intricate, you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, it's like
But if you put
100
something
by
like
12 or
if you put something like 8-bit designed,
yeah,
and it does like lettering and everything. So Jay, thank you, buddy. I mean, I can't thank
that's
you enough.
fun.
Yeah, Jay is. So when we figure out what the whole studio is going to look like, I think then we'll put that up. Originally, the studio was supposed to Wickety Waxes. What's up, Cam and Nelson?
Yep.
Mindy, yes, I live in Omaha again. Shout out to the what do we got? 36 viewers. 36 of you. Have you all followed me though? I got to put my hand down. I talk with my hand right here, and it covers Cam's face.
It's like you're punching.
There we go. Jay's over on the TikTok, so he hears better. Yeah, I have it. And when I opened it, I almost cried because it was maybe the sweetest thing ever. So I really appreciate that. Here's the thing. I'm probably going to miss Instagram comments. The Instagram was just something extra I threw out on a whim. Okay. I'm looking for the Twitch.
I'll be Instagram guy.
If you check Instagram comments.
I've got them all. I don't have Twitch though.
That's all right. I don't have Facebook's comments. Like none of the comments are coming in on the
book.
Oh, we don't have anybody watching on Facebook. Don't tell people that. Don't say that out loud on the stream. Because we're killing it on TikTok.
Crush.
Oh my God, there's 40 people in here. Do you have my soundboard thing? Oh, I don't know. Do I? Jay, with the big prize? Jay with the big, what? The prize. Big old prize. Hello.
8-bit, you're old. Nice.
I've seen you on Facebook. I'm just scrolling to TikTok right now. Michelle, thank God you're here. Thank God for you, Michelle. Part of the 41 Strong on TikTok. Now, when you become a fan of this thing that I'm building here, you have a name, okay? And that name, I got my little marker board. I lost my marker board. The name is Two Bars. Okay? This used to be a radio show. That's our hashtag. That's our collective. That's what we are. Well, with the resub, look at Jay back on it because Jay's just been waiting for me to come back. Jay, I cannot. I don't think I could love you more, dude. Physically, maybe, I suppose. So here's how it works, guys. Capital T. I'm specific about this, all right? So don't do things to aggravate me because I know people like to nitpick. People like to go, oh, he likes it this way. And I'm already telling the internet not to do something. And yet whatever. I digress. I like the peeps on the Morning Fiasco, but I miss you on there too. I love Jake Ryan and Elise. Nothing but love for them. He extended to a 3-month renewal, Cam.
Nice. Good for
Yeah, we're putting the two loud guys on. You don't like those guys. Cam doesn't like that crowd noise. All right, so now most of the time hashtags like to be all lowercase. I don't like it to be all lowercase. So it's T, U, the number 2. That's an awful 2. Don't laugh at this. B, itty bitty little A, big R, big S. Oh, that's fucking white balance. It's a white balance fail. It's because I forgot about the fucking light.
You never learned how to write better after like being 5 or 6.
6th grade. I have the handwriting of a 6th grader.
That's when you stopped?
I know that I have the handwriting of a 6th grader because I found a piece of paper I wrote in 6th grade.
Now, you always done your 2s like that where it's like
no,
the
it was
S?
a screwed.
Did you ever do the loopy 2?
You.
Just delete the two.
Not you. You wait. Please someone on Instagram or YouTube or wherever the heck you're listening, Twitch, okay? Would please one of you comment to him that I literally, as I was doing it, said, this is a garbage too. Don't look at it. Am I taking crazy pills right now?
Why would you
Are you
say
fucking
don't look?
kidding me?
Why would you say don't look at it when
Because
you
it's
showed
funny.
it? You showed it to the screen.
It's funny.
You said look at it.
It's like when
and
I
then
do
say,
the stupid
"Don't
thing.
Look at it."
It's like when I do the stupid thing on Instagram where I post a black and white photo, but I put hashtag no filter because it's just the funniest shit I've ever seen. The two funniest things on the planet. Post a picture to Instagram right now, black and white, put hashtag no filter. And I promise you, some schmuck in your timeline will go, really? No filter? You just live in black. Yes, I live in black and white, Chet.
Hashtag no hashtag.
Hashtag no hashtag.
Love it.
Number one funniest thing on the planet, fat bodies in little amounts of clothing. I love Adam. That's who said hashtag no hashtag.
Yeah.
He's really funny. He's got a beard on him too. No filter. Really? Really, dude? No filter? Taking crazy pills right now. I thought you've been forever. Yeah, probably. I probably have been.
Oh snap! What up, Kurt?
Are we ready for this show? Is anyone ready for a podcast?
I could podcast.
And we can continue living if we're vibing. But I just need to I need to get the show out. So we got to do the old cat. See, every time I do this for a day, and even though it's 9 o'clock at night, but 10:40.
Oh yeah.
This is a captain's log. It's captain's log. There's no star date though. It's just a date. Earth the 14th. Oh, Earth date 5/14/25. Thank you. And you know what? I've always seen how the rest of the world craps all over us for that. The way that we write the date.
It just makes sense.
Okay, it does make sense. It makes sense. There's two things that the world craps on us for, and I've watched now one YouTube video on both of them separately. So it's two total YouTube videos. But
How can you rate the number of how many videos you've seen on this?
two bars. You are 2 bars.
Tuzbar?
2 bars.
Okay.
Tuz bars. Nope. What was I talking about?
The 2 videos you've watched on
The 2 videos
date.
The 2 videos, one on the date and the other on something else that people give us crap for as Americans. Okay. Number 1, don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. But number 1 is that they give the rest of the world writes it the day, the month, the year.
So dumb.
Because the way they say people say it is, well, it's the 25th of March. But are you saying it that way in casual conversation? I don't think you are. What's the date? You're not going to say March 23rd. You're not going to say March at all. You're going to say whatever the day is. What's the date? The 14th. Of what? Did you time travel? Or did you wake up out of a coma?
Rumpelstiltskin over here. Look
Yeah.
at
And if you did, then you would just say, yeah. And then I'd have to go, oh, my bad. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. So the video that was crapping all of them, crapping over us, is that I actually didn't watch a video on this one. I made it up myself. I did watch a video on the other one, but I was lying to you there. But think of the way you write it. Think of the way you would say something. You would say the month first because it's the most important thing. You got to know what month it is. Oh, it's August 31st of 2025. It's May 14th of 2025. So why wouldn't you write it 5/14/25? Also, 1776. How about that? We're just throwing numbers out. The other one that people give us crap for is the not using the metric system.
Yeah.
Okay. But get this. The thing they don't tell you about the imperial system, they always want to go back to, oh, it's the length of the king's foot. And they want to crap all over that side of it. But it's better because it's base 12. So all of our measurements are base 12. So that even breaks down to liquid volume. So instead of converting everything to milliliters and all this other nonsense, you know that X amount of cup, like there's 4 cups, 4 quarter cups, right? It's all the way it breaks down from a whole cup to a quarter cup, the way a gallon breaks down into 2 half gallons, breaks down into 4 pints. Base 12, 1776. Is anyone here? Is anyone even watching this? 4th of July. Fair, Adam. That's counterpoint.
That's the name of the
Cinco de
holiday.
Mayo. But those are special occasions. I would argue to that there's an exception to every rule. I've readily said the 14th of May.
But I also don't like when it's lower number months. So it's 7/4 2025, right?
Yes.
Could that be? You could really take that either way,
Oh yeah, you're starting to get confused there.
right?
Because is it the 4th month or is it the 7th month?
Yeah.
There's clearly no 25th month. Did you just wander into why they do the dates the way they do? Yeah. Is that which Chris is this? Oh, so I was looking at his little profile picture and I was wondering if I knew him. Got to have enough followers to have people give a care. Yeah, you're right, Sylvania. That would be correct. Dos Boros. I say specifically on this day, the 14th in the month of March in the year of our Lord 2025. So
Okay.
stupid. 1/2/25. Yeah, what day is that? Is that the second day of the year or is that the first day of February? February.
February.
Oh, you know what? You know what we forgot? Oh, you said that TikTok doesn't like logos. Right?
I don't. Yeah, I think they
don't like logos.
Suppress it if you.
I don't want to get suppressed. I mean, we're already at 67 people.
All right, already depressed. I don't need to be suppressed.
That's why I started the 2 Bars account, was because I was like, oh, I'm being suppressed. And then I had that one video because I channeled all of the power of Black TikTok. They came to my aid. Thank God for them. God, I love it. Have you seen the new thing now that all gingers are black? This woman she went viral and it's hilarious, but she makes a lot of valid points. Like it's a huge thing that's trending on TikTok right now. It'll get to you eventually of Instagram. It's coming. Give it a couple of months. We're educated.
Mm-hmm.
Gingers are invited to the cookout. I'm proud to say that there's not been a cookout I've been turned down to. I'm happy to say that. It's a feather in my cap, which is maybe the whitest thing to ever say.
A real Yankee Doodle over there.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm a dandy for sure. I love that's what Pat says. You're a dandy. People are dandies. All right. Let's have a podcast so that it can be out before the end of the day. Circling back, because I was talking to Aaliyah over on Twitch. All of it's all that That's Just Nelson. So anytime you want to, you're like, I need more of this guy in a different place, then you just That's Just Nelson. Is the subscription? Oh, you know what? Wiggity whack. I didn't even see you sent the sunglasses. I'm sorry.
You were wearing sunglasses for a second.
Yeah, you got to tell me if you see that happen.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's a motion GIF.
Yeah.
A gift.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we get sunglasses. We let people know that we got sunglasses, dude. I want everyone to know. Okay. So we're going to do this show at night. And then a lot of people are going to have more access because it's, oh, look, there's somebody joined my team. Adam on my team, dog. And is it invincible or an invisible gorilla?
Oh,
it's an invincible gorilla.
You got a heart above your head. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the team. That's when you join someone's team.
Well, I was letting you know.
Thank you. Gift.
All right, I didn't hit you hard enough.
Yeah, I hit the T on that one. I mean, it could be a GIF, but it's a gift. Gift. Invincible gorilla. Yes. Yes, of course. Multi-streaming platforms that I can recommend to you. See, now I'll see that. Oh, you know what it tells me? It shows me, okay. It shows me the people who are watching it from the For You page. I do this all the time because I don't want my name to pop up, because the creator can see when you actually join the live. So when you're just on your For You page and you scroll, you'll be outside of the live, like you're looking in through a window. So it shows me who's actually in. Those are the people you're seeing comment, and there's who's giving the gifts and things. And then I don't know, sometimes you can't see the cool gifts. So like the sunglasses and whatever else pops up on the screen, you can't see that stuff if you're watching through the window always. But I never realized that you could see the difference between them. The worst is shout out with the Rockstar, Wiggity Whack on the Rockstar. Shout out. I didn't mean to say shout out twice.
Oh,
What?
I was seeing the Rockstar.
Yeah, see, it's not showing me that stuff. Like I see when it comes in, but it's not. Some of it I see on my face, and some of
That pompadour be flopping.
Flompador, more like. Am I right? The pompadour flomping. Oh, that's what the Rockstar is.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll record at night. That way, the kids are all asleep. My kids are asleep. I can time it around, whatever job I'm doing or not doing. Hopefully we get to the point where this is the job, right? So if you are watching this on the For You page, just jump in for a little bit. Just give me some likes if you would. You don't have to spend any money. You don't need a TikTok shop, although you're about to see some videos from me on TikTok shop too, because I got myself logged in. They'll let me sell now.
Oh, good. What are you gonna sell?
I'm gonna sell the Zen ball markers. I think maybe some dude wipes. That's what I've been licensed for, and the Unbrush.
Nice.
Give the kids some whiskey; they'll sleep sooner. I just Ambien, just crush it up. 110 milligram Ambien will put the two kids out for a couple of days. I don't do that. It's a joke. TikTok, they're always listening. You thought YouTube was listening? TikTok is listening.
I was gonna say that same thing. Give the kids some whiskey; they'll sleep sooner.
Jeez.
Oh, Adam.
Adam's solid. Adam is solid. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Jake. That is happening. Am I allowed to use your name? That's what I didn't ask you earlier. And then if not, I won't say it. But now I've already acknowledged you on the live. So we just won't say where you're at. They don't know which live you're on. Damn right, I'm listening. We're listening. We listen.
Always listen.
And we don't judge. I'm going to assume I can say your name based on you not answering it. Always allowed to use it. Great. Beautiful. Love that. Love that for us. Okay. Do I have my show notes? I got my show notes. I got Don't Bury the Lead. I got my audio. We're good to go.
We're going to get a show here.
Are you ready, Cam?
Let's do this,
Are you ready
buddy.
to be on your first ever episode?
Yep.
Okay. But wait, there's more. You missed the first half about the multi-streaming platforms, but is your number the same? Yes. Mm-hmm. All of them are. No, I gave you my real number, not the Google number, right? There's a 7 in there. There wasn't a 7 in the other one. Is there a 7? I don't think.
Are you doing a magic trick?
The old phone number was 402-665-1243. I don't own that one anymore. Then yes, then that number has not changed. I've had 2 cell phone numbers in my entire cell phone career. Here we go. I wish I still had where'd my marker board go? This is all a disaster. It's an unmitigated disaster. 1 second.
Is it under there?
It's under the pile of crap.
If I wasn't so relaxed, I would just get it. But
Just watch those feet, man. Those things are kicking. And before you're like, ooh, we saw his butt. No, you didn't. I don't have one. I do not have a butt. Thank God, too, because I'm just so fat. I'm so fat. If I had a butt, it would be detrimental to my
imagine how
body
bad
size.
your knees would be if you had a butt.
Just imagine how fat I would
You would
look.
twerk it so hard all the time.
Oh, I twerk.
It would just ruin your knees.
I do twerk. We're going to get to the point where I'm not even going to use any of the other multi-platforms. I'm just going to do this show on TikTok, probably. All right. I think this is called a slate. I think. In audio, a slate is when you're like, okay, Home Depot, 30 seconds, bust out the mulch.
Boop.
Uh-huh. Probably not Adam Davis, follow the live creator. Probably I'm definitely not that guy. Definitely not Adam Davis. Isn't Adam Davis the guy that was like the blonde guy that like teaches people things and he's got a voice like this and people hate him?
Oh, with the weird blonde
yeah, with
pompadour
like the
and glasses?
pompadour? Yeah. Is that Adam?
His name's Adam.
Is it Adam Davis?
Is
And
it-
this guy is not that guy?
Yeah, probably.
I'm definitely not that guy.
Adam Davis.
All right. Much better too this time.
We'll see.
Okay. Episode 10.
Adam Richman?
Adam Richman's the Man versus Food guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who any Adam Davises are.
There's an author.
No, it's the guy. Just do know-it-all YouTuber blonde pompadour. Like, search that. As my daughter would say, search it up.
Search it up.
Search it up. I'm pretty sure the guy's name's Adam Davis. And everybody hates him because he knows things. I'm so sorry. The guy's freaking smart. Heaven forbid a guy has a hobby. Did you find him?
No.
Did you search what I told you?
Know-it-all blonde pompadour hair Adam.
And what comes up?
Adam Levine.
Dang it.
Some Johnny Depp lookalikes.
Guy on internet who teaches with blonde pompadour haircut. It didn't come up that way. You know what? I take it all the way back.
Yeah.
I take it all the way back. I swear to God, his name was Adam Davis.
It's not.
You're right.
There's probably not Adam Davis. Definitely not Adam Davis. And Adam Davis.
This is just an unmitigated disaster.
We welcome all Adam Davises.
Okay, we're not gonna. I don't care anymore. I just don't.
Adam Conover.
That's his name? Did somebody say that?
Yeah, Adam Davis did.
That's Adam Conover.
Yep, that's Adam Conover.
Oh.
That's the guy we were looking for.
The pompadour.
Mhm.
I knew it was,
Smug face.
I knew it was Adam something. He does have a smug face.
Yeah.
But it's just I think
He
people
knows
think
everything. Yeah.
I think that's why people think he's smug. It's less about like being smug and more about like just he knows everything. Again, heaven forbid a guy has a hobby. Are we ready? This used to be a radio show. Presents That's Just Nelson, episode 10. I just like making the clacker. Somebody please buy a clacker for me. I'll pay you back. I just don't have Amazon Prime. And I don't want to wait 4 days for it. Cynthia, now you can have me here. I know. They're so great. I love those guys. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
the
all of
show
them.
is about to start.
And now,
It's Nelson time. It's Nelson time. It's Nelson.
Not a copyrighted song.
It's Nelson time.
Don't demonetize us.
If you want to know what's going on, it's Nelson time, yeah. It's Nelson.
Don't sing along to your own song.
It's Nelson time. Oh, yeah.
That's just Nelson.
It is. It is. It's also Cam.
Hey,
Cam's here. But you got to have a show name, right? So here we are. At That's Just Nelson is where you can find me and this used to be a radio show empire on any social media you're on. Now, we've switched up a few things here on the show recently. In the first 10 episodes, I was a little ambitious on when I thought I was going to be releasing the episode every day, okay? My inconsistency is super consistent, so I've got that going for me. Thank you very much. Yes. Appreciate you.
how's that website coming?
It's under construction.
Okay, cool.
It's currently under construction. It
Cool, the
is
check.
diligently being worked on. It has been purchased. A Wix has been filed. Okay, I've paid Wix money, so I just have to log in and do it. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, there's nothing going on, and there's all the things going on. So we're going to start broadcasting the show live in the evening with a target time of 9 o'clock. Okay. A Target Time Live that will go across all social media. TikTok, it's going to be on. The Instagram's a test right now, and I don't know if we're going to continue with Instagram. But for sure, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all of them conveniently branded under That's Just Nelson. Available daily. The podcast will then be after the live on Apple and Spotify. You just search That's Just Nelson. I'd appreciate it with a maybe a 5-star review, maybe a comment. Trying to build things up here in the old algorithm. Okay, we want people to find out about it. Adam says he's going to steal this stuff from my YouTube intros. What are you going to... What? Thanks to Cynthia. Cynthia sent us a corn. She sent in the goat. I mean, things are really popping off on the live. And if you want to be a part of Two Bars Nation, then join up on your social media of choice. That's hashtag T, the letter U, the number 2, capital B. All these are capitalized, right? Even the number 2, capital. A little A, though. TU2BA, big R, big S. 2 Bars. This used to be a radio show because it did. It did used to be a radio show. And I think I have a little more leeway now, Cam, to talk about my kids on the podcast.
Okay.
So I was getting to the point I got actually dumped on a little bit at my last gig because I was told I talked about the kids too much. It's like, dude, I'm doing it like a family show. Of course, I was talking about all the depressing things in my life too. So the guy had a lot of good points, but I think he missed the mark on the kids. And then I'll argue that to the end of time. But, you know, like I've got an 11-year-old and I've got an 8-year-old. That 11-year-old is getting to an age where traditionally, if I was still on the radio doing mornings, I would have to start really considering what I was and wasn't talking about in her life because she doesn't have any agency. She doesn't have any way to like control the narrative. She doesn't have a mouthpiece yet. Okay. I'm sure she will. I'm sure that's coming.
Have you had that conversation with her about everything in life could be on the air?
Wow, no. So I'm finding out in real time what kind of a garbage dad I am. No, I haven't.
That's not what I was saying at all.
I was like, oh my
Jesus.
God, like you really just like tore me up right there. I know. I'm a horrible dad.
I just assumed you'd have that conversation with people.
You know what? That's a really good idea, Cam. I should have that
I
conversation.
know, I'm the idea guy.
Because then I can let her then have her, like I said, her agency. Because the whole deal is I respect my kids. Shocker. Shocker. A guy respects and loves his kids. Wants to be a dad, that type of deal. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of my thing. I love being a dad. So I think I can talk a little bit more about some stuff that's going on. Specifically, because what you want to do is as like a parent to be relatable, especially as a broadcaster, right? Let me take you to broadcast 101. Okay. So if you need, so what you're going to want to do is, that's way too loud. Some of these sound effects haven't been edited yet. So what you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to pay attention to the things you're saying about your kids once you get yourself a radio show. Because you want to talk about things that are relatable to other parents. That's the point I'm getting to, actually. Here's I'm fumfering around. It's like a word that Cam learned the other day.
Yes, we looked it up.
I didn't know it was a PHPH, but that's a side note. Okay. We're going to get into somebody later in the show, too, that's got this ADHD brain that like scratches like an itch in my head. She's on TikTok and Instagram, and it's really good. But to wrap this up here, you don't want to talk about something embarrassing about your kids and then like parents in the drop-off line are hearing it. You know, like when I was on the radio in Omaha and Lincoln, the first 2 jobs I had were a part of the #1 shows. In Lincoln, it was eventually. We hit #1 once early, and then we just got trounced for a while because there was a guy on the radio that was unmatched because there wasn't another station playing that kind of music. That's a little too much inside baseball right now. We'll get there someday, I'm sure. It's a lot of time to fill a daily show. But being a part of a #1 show, people are listening. You know, it's real easy to sit in a box and not be on a live broadcast where I can see that there's, 90 people checked in over here and 40 people over here or whatever. But on the radio, you just have to assume they're listening. And then you'll get ratings later and you can kind of find all of that out. But as moms and dads, because I was traditionally on radio stations that were broadcasting to a demographic of women 18 to 49. And moms and dads are in the car. The kids are in the car. You're doing a show that they can kind of listen to as well. Like I've always said, I didn't do a family friendly show. I did a kid conscious show. I did it so that, we could talk about humping or whatever, but we would be coy about it. Like for early on in Lincoln, we called it eating ice cream. And then in the Pat and JT show in Omaha, they call it going to the park. So, you don't want to talk about something embarrassing like I'm about to talk about your kid, knowing that other kids are going to sit in the car and then they're going to go to school and go, oh, you're such and such, and this is the problem with you, right? But because the podcast is going to be such a smaller segment of audience, I mean, at least in the beginning, who knows? This thing grows like wildfire, like I think it should, and like I feel like I'm talented enough to be a part of, then I'll have to, again, start paying attention to the things that I'm talking about. But man, if this kid ain't funky, dude. Like
she gets down to some sick beats?
No. Oh my God. I make her shower every night. Okay. She's soaping. I think she's soaping. Now I don't know. Based on what happened when I sat down in the car to take her to school today, like I see her leave the shower, right? Like last night, she's like, hey, Dad, I'm done. Or like tonight, hey, here's the phone. You got to turn the phone in, right? Dad will wake you up. Don't worry. But I know that she has moistened her person because the hair's been wet. She knows she's got to brush through it because she's got kind of long blonde hair. And so she gets, tangles and stuff. It gets all messed up. Well, the thing about it is, she got in and it was onions. I brought a tear to my eye. Who's cutting onions right now? Because it's Funk Master Flex. I go, dude, did you put deodorant on this morning? No. Her voice she's going to have a deep voice. I know she is. Dad has a deep voice because of smoking cigarettes. I think she's going to have just a deep voice. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. She's going to be 6-something feet tall. Like when she was born, they said she could be an upwards of 6'2". I'm 6'2". So then they kind of dialed it back. They're like, oh, maybe 5'11", maybe 6 foot. Okay, she's going to be tall. But I wasn't ready. Like as a dad, I was ready for the change. I was ready for, as she called it, her ladies' days. I was ready for that kind of stuff. I wasn't like, I was in over my head a little bit, but like when we first thought that she was going to, it's not gross to talk about. When we first thought she was going to have her period, I went out and got the stuff. But I'm a single dad. I've got the kids most of the time, especially during this period, is because their mother was taking care of her mother as she was leading up to passing away, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's not a week ago. The funeral was a week ago. But I'm in the Walmart and I've got I understand how it all works. It's like I said, like this poor girl, Cam, this poor girl had to have, it's not even a birds and bees talk. I had to explain to her.
I remember that day because we were both here like, yeah, what? I don't know.
I mean, I know it. I know like phase names. Okay. I know where the luteal phase is. I know I understand all of the mechanics of it.
Right.
But nobody wants to hear that from their old man.
Never gone through it. So you don't have any real
relatable
fathom.
Yeah. Couldn't fathom what it's like. No. I had a tummy ache once. I ate too many almonds to the point where I had to go to the hospital. That's a thing. That's the closest I can think of to like what a period cramp might feel like. Because it felt like someone was taking just like an auger and twisting the inside of my guts around. And from the women that I have been with, that is the kind of the way they've related to me.
Like you couldn't process the almonds?
I don't know. They're like, that was their best guess
Weird.
because I ate so many of them. And I think that was just worse.
How many almonds did you eat?
It was a lot. I mean, like a pound of them.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I'm a big fatty dude. Like that's my thing. I eat.
I know, but almonds, like one thing. You eat just all of one thing.
Almonds. Well, it was like one of those, like, I don't know, it was like mixed nuts. And I guess somebody in the house didn't like the almonds. I don't remember why I ate it. I just remember I had to go. I had to go. Adam on TikTok says, we are at the most technologically advanced point in history, and you tried to explain it. Yeah, because I like to teach. And I like to prove I know stuff I'm not supposed to know. But the problem is she's 11. She doesn't know if I know what I'm supposed to know and what I'm not supposed to know. So whatever. And it was robotic. There was just no feeling in it. It was this poor girl. But who has it worse? My daughter, who had to have that conversation with me, or is it the woman who is as tall as my daughter in Walmart that I had to then tell her she was the size of my kid as we were talking about stuff that would be in her underpants? Who had it worse? I'll tell you who. Me. I had it worse. Yes, thank you. I had it worse because I had to walk up to a strange woman. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to do this, but I'm a single dad. Lead with single dad so she knows you're not trying to snatch her purse. I'm a single dad, and my daughter, we think my daughter is about to start her period. Right? Because, guys, here's the deal. Men, you can't be afraid to use the words. All right? You look stupid if you want to, like, dance around. Her month, no, she's having her period, dude. Just say it. We're trying to get to the bottom of this thing here. Okay? We're trying to, no pun intended. So, like, I had explained to Penelope at one point, I said, look, listen, you are at an age now where dad has no business and no need to see anything of you don't want him to see. I.e., if dad's going to come into the shower to help you, like, comb your hair, to the bathroom while you're in the shower, to help comb your hair, then it's, I have her get her hair wet, and then the towel is inside the shower. She wraps herself in the towel, and then I hammer the hair, right? And that's like, hey, we need to get a little more water in there. Hold on. We'll shut the glass door, whatever, But I also stress to her, there's nothing you can't show dad. So it's like if there's something that's concerning you and you don't have mom around, or there's just not another trust. I mean, don't show things to other people. If there's not a grandparent, there's not a whatever.
Like, I'm not on that list.
No.
Keep me away from that list.
No, you're never allowed to show anything to Cam.
Yeah.
You're right. You show it to mom, you show it to dad, you show it to grandpa and Gigi, maybe your Aunt Anna. But I mean, that's really the only immediate family. There's not a whole lot of other immediate family anyway, but like, you can show me that stuff. I go, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here. You don't want me trying to teach you anything about a tampon, and I don't want any business about trying. Okay. But I would figure it out. I'd watch the YouTube or whatever. I'd read the first porn a kid ever sees is the pamphlet inside the Tampax. It shows you a cross section. And I've seen that cross section 100 times. I still don't understand how the vagina works. I don't know. I just don't. I don't. And it's not a good thing to say. You shouldn't say that out loud as a 43-year-old man, because then it makes it sound like you don't know what you're doing at all. I know what I'm doing. Humble brag. I just don't know why it does what it does. Okay. So there's still a little bit of mystery. There's still a little bit of mystique. I don't understand the directions. I get lost. Okay. It's left turn at Albuquerque. It's in and up, in and up. And then you do the come hither motion, right? Do the lesbians. Are there any lesbians in here that can set the record straight? So I say, look, I understand how it works. I know what's going to happen. I'm able to tell you about hey, you could have a clot, and don't be freaked out by the clot. If there's excessive pain and you don't think you can handle it and my doll's not doing it, tell dad, I don't care. I'm not going to freak out. We'll take you to the damn urgent care if we have to. But you just got to tell me. You got to let dad know that stuff is happening. So I'm going to get I'm needing pads. That's why I'm buying this first time around, right? Getting the pads. I go to the aisle. There's the tiny woman. I say, tiny woman, hold me closer, tiny woman. And then I grabbed her. I didn't. But I said, I'm so sorry. My daughter is about to be, she's 11. She's about to get her period. I think she was 10 at the time. Because it all had kind of bang, bang, play. We're only into like the third cycle at this point. We're still figuring it out. We're still tracking it. She and I both have period apps. like we're on top of this thing. We're looking for our phases. We're lining it up with the moons. We're getting it done because I'm all in. Okay. I am not dad afraid of anything. I'm not a super dad, but I try to just be a good dad. Right. So I say to her, is this, I've got always, it's like always thin. I go, it's the green pack. I go, would this be the right one? Would this be the one that you would want to use? And she goes, I don't know. It might be a little too long. And I go, okay, sorry. This is going to also sound weird. I don't know why it sounds weird. It feels like it sounds weird to me. You and her are about the same size. And I want to break this down for you. This is why I think that it's weird that I was asking it and I phrased it that way. She was like, oh no, that's not a big deal. I get it. She's tall. And I go, yeah, I'm glad that's all you focused on. You want to know how an overthinker's world works? You want to know how the mind of someone who just can't get out of their own way thinks? In as fast as you can snap a finger, after I said, oh yeah, you and her are about the same size, all in my head, I thought she's just thinking I'm thinking about her underpants. And now I'm just some skeevy perv dreaming about her underpants in the feminine aisle. Okay. I don't think that's what she thought at all based upon her look. I'm pretty good at reading expressions on people. But that is, Adam said, if the clot has eyes, tell dad. What? Oh, I can't erase that. I should have not laughed at that first. I feel bad that I laughed at that. That'd be one of that, Cam, that would be one of those times where I say we can fix that in post, and I would almost take it out, but I'm not going to because this show's real.
Real live, real hard.
So I say, hey, thank you. Where's the button?
Yeah.
Get
Clip
that. Clip
that
that.
clip.
Clip it. Stuck to the tape, as these guys on the air in Omaha say.
In 1972.
Todd and Tyler. Detected inactivity. TikTok, what are you talking about? Anyway, so I say to her, hey, yeah, you guys are about the same size. And she goes, oh yeah, then these are going to be fine. Okay, so I'm in. I'm active dad. Okay. I was ready for that. I was in a place where, all right, about 11. Is that early? I don't know. 10 feels early. 11 feels like it's an early adopter. Like 11, getting your period at 11 seems to me like you got the iPhone 3. You know what I mean? Like you were in with iPhone before everyone else knew about iPhone. And then, iPhone 6 and 7, that's like getting your period when you're 12. Right? I don't know. I'm not a woman and I haven't had one. But this is just my perceived notion of when a cycle would start. What I was not ready for with this child was the onion funk that hit me. The onion funkadelics that assaulted my nostrils when she got into the car today. I go, dude, did you put any deodorant on? I know the answer to that, by the way. My nose could tell you that you're lying if you say yes. Get inside and put some deodorant on. I bought it. Strong enough for a man, pH balanced for a woman. She got the secret. Okay? She's got the secret in her hands. And man, oh man, it was an immediate change. I was like, I felt bad as I said it, right? I tried not to be too aggressive about it. Like, I didn't want to be a real Richard about it or anything, but as she's walking away, I'm going, oh, maybe I shouldn't have phrased it that way. Was I a little too harsh? Is dad like a little, like, is he getting a little crazy or whatever? And so as she came back, I noticed that the smell had left. Because in my head, I'm like, well, maybe the smell was something I had in my car. I had just cleaned the whole car out. There was not any fast food wrappers. This was this child. She comes back in, immediately no smell. No smell. It was as if like just the clouds opened up and I go, come here. Let me do a check. Let me load in. You're good to go. You're good to go, dude. But I just was not, it was not it. And I didn't know what to do with I was beside myself. So that's the thing that I have to worry about. And then the deep voice, like, she's going to be so tough. Side note before we move on here, she punched a kid because the kid was like hurting someone else. And I could not have been more proud. But also, I had to listen to this in front of an educator. So I'm like, hey, we don't hit. There's better ways. But I'm like, yeah, we do. We do when we're standing up for somebody. No, we don't. No, we don't. Coming up, I can't wait to play this audio that I've assembled because I am chronically online. I don't even want to see what my screen time is, let alone the screen time I'm doing for this with the podcast here. But I want to go through some of my favorite things that are happening online right now. And one of them is just an ADHD disaster piece, but it is of the highest order. She's so funny and she's so frenetic. And I did get permission. I've DM'd her so that I can use her clips. I did also ask if she'd come on the podcast, but then I immediately in text said, you don't have to answer that. So I kind of pea-footed around on that one. You know what I mean? Just laying there. Is Cam, are you alive?
What?
Oh, I'm just making sure you're alive,
hey,
buddy.
what's up?
When we come back, some of my favorite things happening on the internet right now.
That's just Nelson.
And then this would be where a commercial break would happen on Spotify, but you're getting the live raw feed right here. Look at this. This is a little backdoor action.
Who doesn't like a little backdoor action?
I don't know if that's what I wanted to say, but that's where we're at. Here we go.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson.
You know, you'd think this was a radio show. Actually, it used to be one. This used to be a radio show presents. In fact, That's Just Nelson. Fans of the show, loyal followers, of which we are a rabid fan base already, call them two bars. Because this used to be a radio show. TU, the number 2, BARS. Two bars. We have Cam with us. And I wanted to tell you, Cam, did you know that we have amassed almost 200 hours of consumption on the podcast?
Nice.
200 hours. We're just shy of 200 hours on the podcast. And you go, that's not a lot. And I go, I know. I'll tell you. It's less total. I don't care. It's less than 1 million plays.
But that was 9 shows at about a half hour apiece.
Yeah, let's not break it down into the math that sounds worse.
Well, it doesn't
You know,
sound
but did
worse.
you notice what I did there? Let's rewind.
We can't. It's live.
But I'm rewinding just in our minds.
Okay.
I said, yeah, I'll tell you. I'll be more specific. I'm not afraid of telling you the low stream count that I have. I said of that 200, nearly 200 consumption hours, that is less streams than 1 million. It is.
Very much so.
Thank you. Finally. Thank you. Just trying to get my joke out. just trying to get the stupid joke out. So we yesterday on the podcast, we started talking about a product that I purchased. I cannot wait. I'm anxiously counting the days down to Sunday when my Hoochie Daddy shorts show up.
Hoochie Daddy season.
Yes. Now this is the line.
It's Hoochie Daddy season. Hoes go from breathing to wheezing. You know these shorts don't need to touch my knees, man.
Hoochie Daddy season. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Hoochie Daddy season. Oh my God, don't do that. Don't do that. I pushed the wrong button. What did I tell you, Cam? I knew I was going to do that.
Hey, you shouldn't use that keyboard.
I hate that keyboard. It's right in front of me, and it's the one I need. It's the one I needed. Anyway, so I actually I actually reached out with Cam's help. Thank God. We reached out and got a hold of Soup Kula, who is the artist that made Hoochie
Just
Daddy
a great name, by the way.
Oh my God, just all around. A great voice and everything. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, Soup.
Oh,
Soup.
because you're homies now.
Oh,
You
yeah,
say
we
that.
are. I said, yo, Soup, what's up, man?
Ah,
Yeah.
I love that drop.
I was like, dude, can you can you get me a cut of just that Hoochie Daddy part live? I call it dry. It doesn't have any music behind it.
it's Hoochie Daddy season.
I even like how it's got the little aside. Did you hear the aside?
It's Hoochie Daddy.
Kula. Because he's the Kula. He's the Soup Kula.
Soup Kula.
He's the Soup Kula. SOUPKOOLA. And he goes, I don't know what any of that means, but yeah, I couldn't find the whole song, but here's that. And so he gave me the dry cut of it.
It's Hoochie Daddy season.
And I think we might be best friends now because I promise you, I'm going to clip this out of the show and I'm going to tag him in it because we're trying to grow this thing. And all I'm doing is watching stupid TikToks all the time telling me how I'm supposed to grow my engagement. I'm reading blogs. I'm going crazy. But we got Hoochie Daddy shorts on the way, and we started building a relationship with Soup Kula. In fact, Soup been liking reels that I posted already. I'm liking content of his. I'm telling you, me and Soup, doggy dog.
It's a real budding friendship via the
Yes.
internet.
And it's all thanks to you, Cam. It's 100% thanks to you.
I just suggest you slide into his DMs, say what up.
I know, man. You're just like, hey, just immediately get in there. And I go, I'm in there. I'm in there like, well, I was going to say swimwear, but really I should be in there like.
Hoochie Daddy season.
So we're starting to build a friendship with Mr. Kula. What I love about that song, though, is it's all over my TikTok, but it must not be that huge of a trending song. Like, if you haven't just seen this guy with long hair and a mustache that puts on Hoochie Daddy fits to that song, you probably haven't even seen the thing come across your For You page. Cynthia, checking out on the TikTok.com/that'sjustnelson. I guess it's really @that'sjustnelson on TikTok. Appreciate you being a part of the live here, Cynthia. And for the gifts, the donut, the goat, the corn. You don't have to gift to be a part of the 2-Bar Nation, but it's nice. It's much appreciated as we're trying to build something out of this. So we're not just in the parlor forever. So at some point we can build an empire. And then we'll bring Soup Kula along with us. But it's thanks to you, Cam, that I even reached out to him because you're like, hey, just slide in the DMs. And so I slid.
Well, you're welcome.
And you know what? You've got me confident to slide into more DMs.
Yeah, dude.
So there's a woman who is on both TikTok and Instagram. She's only like recently blown up. She's been making videos for a long, long time, but she only recently blew up. And her name, she's like the new queen of ADHD. There's 2 of them. I'm only going to play you one of them today. I think I want to save the other one because I want to get some more content from her. But this woman is from West Virginia, and her name is Benita. Benita, Benita. Okay. And you might have seen her. She's pale, super pale. And then this redhead. And then she just yells and swears. And she's stream of consciousness. And she's so funny. And she is unabashedly trailer trash, she says.
One thing you need to know about me, babe, is I grew up in a fucking trailer. That's right. I'm fucking trailer trash, bitch.
And every one of the videos that she puts up is this stuff. So recently she went viral. Like, she just jumped up in people. Like, all of a sudden people are really checking into Benita. And this is one of the videos she put out.
I seen a fucking video that was a girl saying, how much money do y'all have saved up? Like, I'm 25 years old. You know, I got this much in my savings account. How much money do y'all have saved up realistically? And people in the comments were like,
and so like these videos are like 90 seconds long, and it's like hit after hit after hit. And if I don't know if I'm not noticing them, but I'm not noticing like a lot of jump cuts. I'm not noticing a lot of like editing at all in this. She's putting her phone up in her vehicle and she is going. She's running downhill, and it's hilarious.
oh yeah, I've got $5,000 in my savings account. I have 10,000. We did this person's debt-free thing. Oh God. I just got off of welfare. What the fuck? I just got off the food stamps. In fact, run them back.
out of food stamps. I cannot get I will just watch, and I'll watch old videos of hers. I'll watch videos I've already watched of hers. She is so funny. So I said on Instagram, I got into her DMs there, and I'm like, hey, I have a podcast. I'm a white guy with a microphone. Can I air clips of your show? Like, not your show, but like, can I air clips of what you're doing on my show? Why do I keep hitting the wrong cam?
Hey, stop hitting that keyboard.
I can't help it. I'm trying to search with that keyboard. So I said, hey, can I use some clips of your stuff? And she's like, oh my God, yes, please do. And then I said, I limp-wristedly, I was like, and can you be on my podcast? And like I said, and in parenthesis, I had to put after that. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. Am I saying her name wrong? Now I'm worried I said it wrong.
Benita?
It's Danita.
Oh,
God almighty. Now I can't clip it and send it to her because she's going to be like, Benita, that's not my name. Her name's Danita. Denita.
She's never coming on the podcast.
No, she's not. It's awful. I'm going to have to go through line by line, and I'm going to have to re-say her name. So you're going to hear me going back and forth trying to tell you what her at is, and then it's going to be like, oh, you remember? Danita Bar. Danita Bar, which is what it is. Denita Annbarr. So stupid. This is a recent video that she did. They, you know, the doll Annabelle?
Yeah.
That's a real doll. Like all of those with those two, I don't know what, I can't think of the name of the family, the two people that go and do ghost hunting, but like they have the haunted house of horrors, you know, they've got like all the things that they've collected from haunting sites. Well, they moved Annabelle to a new location.
Hey, what the fuck? Why did I just see a video of Annabelle being brought to the West Virginia State Penitentiary? Let me fucking tell you something. It's haunted as hell here, okay? We didn't fucking need that. Actually, I'm pretty fucking positive there's like 5 movies and 27 books about why this is a horrible fucking idea.
If you want any, like, this will be the last thing I play about Danita. Danita, God in heaven. I don't care. I'm going to send it to her anyway, saying it wrong. I'll tell her up front. But this is why I think this is when I fell in love with her, really. It was with this video right here and what she is proud of being.
First of all, I don't know about y'all, but I love being a fucking hater. I love being a hating bitch. I love to talk about stuff that people did to me 10 fucking years ago that I will never get over or recover from.
Never one time. Yeah. That's so that's 2 of 3 things. I said I was really into 3 things online recently, right? One of them obviously is Mr. Soup Kula. I did get his name right. Then there's Danita. You can find her online, Danita Annbarr. And then there's this guy. He's an MMA fighter. I think he's now ranked 6th in the MMA. And he is the greatest thing that ever happened to fighting sports. Like, you thought McGregor was cool. You thought like all of the other trash that you've seen people talking and everything is cool. Wait until you get a hold of Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
Great name.
So they said in this first fight, they have a fight that you see a lot on TikTok. It's one of the first ones. I don't know if it's exactly the first one, right? He's got this shaggy blonde hair and he swells and shrinks. So in the off season, he's especially when I'm eating American food, he gets fat. He gets up to 200 pounds or whatever. He's a lightweight. So like when he's fighting, he's like chiseled out of stone. But then he's just this like this chubby dude with a dad bod and everything. And he's so funny. But in this fight, I think it's either his first one in the MMA and in the, what do you call it? Not the MMA. Who's the big MMA?
UFC?
UFC. Like I'm having a stroke. You smell burning hair? So he's I think it's his first UFC fight, and he gets his bell rung like early. It's a first round knockout. The whole thing is, right? So early on, this guy connects and he goes, shakes his head back and forth. You see it? And then snaps back into it and then pummels this guy. He hits him so hard with his elbow, he gashes his whole head open, right? And they have to call the fight.
Dang.
And at the end, the guy's like, oh, were you worried in there? And he goes,
Said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out.
so Scouser is from Liverpool. If you didn't know that, Cam.
I did not know that.
That's what a scouser is. And a scouser, you don't get knocked out.
I'd rather be fat and happy than ripped. And like these people who are ripped all year round aren't happy. I'm not asked. I don't care what they say. This six-pack's sound. I look great, but I'd rather be fat and happy, lad.
So they were asking him, like, do you miss the six pack? Do you like having the six pack, or like, why do you let yourself go in the off season? He's like, exactly that, because I'd rather be fat and happy. He's the best trash talker. He's a fierce fighter. He just knocked some other dude out recently that they said he wasn't going to beat. Everyone wants to talk trash. They're like, oh, he hasn't beaten anybody. I love the armchair quarterbacks that are like, well, he hasn't beaten anybody. Who have you beaten, Tim? Are you? We don't swear on That's Just Nelson, the podcast. Okay. Now, some of the lives, maybe we will swear, but here we're not going to swear, even if Tim is a knucklehead. But I think this is my favorite part about Patty the Batty. Okay. Yeah. He talks a lot of trash. Yeah. Like they go on and on and on about how he's a good dude because he's still with his wife. Because he got famous and he's still with his wife, right? A lot of famous guys will then leave the wife behind or turn. They're like, oh, I've got a whole new life now, right? So he's stuck by his wife, and that's like he's trending because of that. But the one that he trends in my heart for is this, because at every turn he uses his platform for good.
Listen, if you're a man and you've
This
got
is post-fight, by the way. So they're like, they've done the interviews. Everyone's in the crowd. You know, he's going over the loudspeaker, and this is his message that he has for everybody.
weight on your shoulders and you think the only way you can solve this by killing yourself, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone. People would rather, I know I'd rather me mate cry on my shoulder than go to his funeral next week. So please, let's get rid of this stigma and men start talking.
So that's Patty the Batty. You got to look up Danita Anbar. You got to look up Soup Kula because it's Hoochie Daddy season. And you got to look up Patty the Batty. I think you're going to like it. I wanted to be stupid and frivolous today on the show. And in the middle of planning the show earlier today, I got some of the best news I have ever heard. And it had nothing to do with me. Have you ever gotten that feeling before? Have you ever felt like secondhand excitement because of good news that someone got in their life that completely just like it leveled how you felt based on that? Get into that next. After that, don't bury the lead. You know what they call this?
That's just Nelson.
It's aptly named, but Cam's here too.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson.
At That's Just Nelson, 402. We haven't given the phone number out today. 402-302-1005. You can call, you can text, message and data rates may apply. In the works, currently under construction, that's just Nelson.com. Cam loves that.
I just love that.
I do own the website. Every night, Monday, well, I think we decide Sunday through Friday, Sunday through Thursday, we'll record the podcast, right? So we'll do it live. As O'Reilly says, F it, we'll do it live. And we do that across all social media platforms. If you got a social media, if you're like Tyler, who hasn't seen me since I was on in Sacramento, California, maybe you're doing that on Facebook like he. Maybe you're in like Cynthia or Adam was on TikTok, or Haley, who's super funny. Oh my God. Go to the TikTok, see Haley's comment, and then definitely follow her. She's hilarious. And I hope it's Haley and not Hallie. I don't know that I've ever heard her say her name. So there's that. So I wanted to talk earlier about, as I was planning the show, manifesting. Okay, because I've been talking about how I'm in a growth mindset, right? I'm trying to be different. I recently got broken up with. I'm just trying to be everything, right? I'm just trying to realign my chakras, as it were. But as I'm starting down this pathway, I'm seeing other successful people online, and I'm kind of jelly. I want a little bit of that. And so I'm trying to bring good things into my life. Like, first and foremost, I need to get a new laptop. All Cam hears me talk about is this stupid laptop. And the thing is, it's my fault. I have no one to blame but myself. So I have this I have this laptop. I leave it in the car outside of our home here, our lovely home that we broadcast the show from. And the one night, it was a combination of laziness and stupidity. Because I was I was laying in bed. I know my laptop is in the car. And I said, I should go get the laptop. It's like midnight. I should go get the laptop. But I've got to be up in 4 hours to go to this morning show job that I have. So I left it in there. And at 3:35 in the morning, some douchebag came through, rolling through the neighborhood, checking car doors to see if they were open. And he stole my laptop. He left a $250 combat knife that I got from my ex-father-in-law that I keep in there in case of attackers. And he took my quarter bottle of cologne. Like, what? That was my backup cologne. You know, you get like, if you buy a really nice bottle of cologne, it costs you about like $120 a year for your cologne. So I had my little Prada Carbon. That's my signature scent, because you can be fat or you can be stinky. You got to pick a struggle. Okay, so I picked fat because it's way easier to take care of stinky. But this little punk steals that. Well, listen, luckily I have a wonderful family unit, because I'm reeling now, because I bought this laptop before like I had a complete falling out of all my finances. And it was a really good laptop. But it's old enough now. It was a $2,000 laptop when I bought it. It's old enough now you can replace it for $500. $500 is a lot of money. Daddy don't got $500 laying around. My daddy had $500 laying around. Okay? So by the grace of God, my father and his wife said, yeah, we'll get you the laptop. Send us the link. Here's the problem is they have 3 different flavors of this whatever Nitro. Okay, this Acer Nitro. They got 3 different flavors of it in this model year. And I sent the Amazon link to them. And the one I needed that actually has power, that I was replacing part for part at that point, was $60 more than the one that they bought. And what are you supposed to say? You're an entitled douche if you go back and go, you didn't want to spend the $60? Because it's like, I didn't have $50 to buy a laptop. So that they had $500 to help me with, great. Where I felt like a little justified is I got to pay that back. Can I get the... Nope. Just shut it up. Just shut your mouth. Just shut your stupid mouth. Because no, you can't. And you're being a baby. I go, okay, Nelson, cool. That's fine. We're going to manifest it. So I'm talking to the universe. I'm talking to whatever. We're gonna laptop is gonna fall from the sky. Manna from the heavens. A laptop. Also, if anyone knows Turkey, the country, if you could get them to sign on as a sponsor of the show so I could fly out there and get the hair surgery, I'd really appreciate that. I'm going to get the hair surgery, Cam.
What is it?
It's a very disgusting process in which they harvest a strip of your own scalp from the back of your scalp, and then they sew your scalp back together, and then they pull all of the hair follicles out of it, and then they inject it plug by plug into the top of your head.
So it is plugs.
Essentially, it's a plug, but like I think plugs might have been. I don't know 100%. I feel like plugs were a different procedure
situation, yeah.
But maybe they aren't, because based on what I just said, it feels like that's what a hair plug would be.
I think that's what it is. It's plugging in hair follicles to grow.
So, but the first thing they have to do is they have to cut out a strip like sod. If you've ever had a lawn and you had to replace a large chunk of grass, they have just machines that there's fields of grass somewhere that they grow the grass, and then a machine comes and cuts it up, and it's got grass on top of it and like a little bit of dirt, right? Well, they do that on the back of your head. They go to the back of your head in your hairline, because most people don't go bald on the sides of their head.
Right.
So you take the strip from the back of your head, and then they literally just cut it out, and then they sew the 2 sides back together.
Okay, so you're missing the strip, but then they blend that together.
Right.
So you're not.
It's like
missing the
that.
strip.
It's like, have you ever seen that stupid video where it's like, look, it's an infinite chocolate bar?
Yeah.
But, and you don't pay attention to the fact that when they do the slant cut, that then
Another
the thing
one slides
shrinks.
in.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's like a puzzle game. So they stretch the scalp back together and they sew it, but now they have that strip.
Mhm.
They go and plop it out. I have heard that it's like $6,000, but $6,000 to fly to Turkey and fly back and have Turkish hair surgery. And I guess when you're in the airports in Turkey, like there's just like thousands of dudes that are just, you can see it because it's the plugs are literally like plugged in.
And they're just starting to grow, so it's still baby.
I don't even know
plugs.
that they're growing. I think the idea is, which they don't tell you up front, or maybe they just don't tell you online and they do tell you up front when you actually get the procedure, is those are all going to fall out. So all of that hair that they're putting into you, that's going to fall out. But the idea is the follicle is going to stay.
Right.
So the plugs, you can see them. It looks like a doll's head.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go to Turkey and you're in the airport, flying back their international airport, and there's just dudes everywhere that have it. So I'm putting all of this together, right? I'm getting ready for the show. I'm messing around with all this stupid audio equipment that wasn't working correctly and whatever. So as I'm doing this, I get a phone call from a guy who's been a fan of mine before there were 2 bars, before this used to be a radio show. When this used to be a radio show, he was a fan of mine while I was working at 89.7 The River, KIWR in Omaha, Council Bluffs market. It's actually in Council Bluffs, but the radio market's called Omaha Council Bluffs.
The cutting edge of rock.
His name is Jake, Shaky Jake. Now, Shaky Jake, that's the reason why his handle is that, is because he has Parkinson's. And so he's like taking ownership of it, right? And he's a young guy. I don't know if he's still there on the Twitch feed. He was on the Twitch feed earlier, but Jake, I'd say you're what, 30 something? That would be my guess, 30, maybe 33. Okay. And he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and his life has just been a slow descent into a nightmare since then. Right? Guy's got nerve damage. He's just thinking he's so worried about what his future is going to hold with his wife and his family, and everything's going to happen, right? I got a call today. Now, I had already known a little bit about this. So you're going to find everything out all at once about Shaky Jake. But I had known a little bit ahead of time. He doesn't have Parkinson's. It was a misdiagnosis. And it was a different kind of like nerve. And he told me what it was today. But it was a different type of nerve damage brought on by a trauma of some kind. He said it could even be a psychological trauma that'll bring it on, and then your body starts attacking itself. But because of the course of treatment that they put him on, he doesn't shake anymore, and he had his last neurology appointment today. And I was so like blown away that he wanted to share that with me, because who am I? Nobody. But I've been a part of this, like listening to this guy's journey. We send videos back and forth every day. He's a buddy of mine. He's no longer a fan. He's a buddy of mine. It's strange how that kind of morphed together. But yeah, he calls me up and he goes, dude, I just had my last appointment. And I go, at some point I need to get you on the podcast to talk about that, because imagine he was essentially handed a slow death sentence. And an ugly one. I mean, up there with dementia, up there with, and it was so early onset. Like I said, the guy's got to be in his early 30s at the earliest or at the latest. So I said to him, I go, do eggs taste better now? You know what I mean? I was like, is like your whole life transformed? It's like they say after a near-death experience or whatever, that everything tastes better,
Yeah,
or
you're
that
seeing things through new eyes all the time, or
that
whatever.
flowers are brighter, or they smell nicer. I go, is that what it's like? He goes, yeah, dude, everything is better. I go, you know what this reminds me of? I said, this reminds me of Toy Story 3. And if you're not familiar with Toy Story 3, there's a scene in it which looks like it's got some dire consequences. Okay. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, if you haven't seen Toy Story 3, I don't recommend the first time you see it being on mushrooms. Okay? Because I was. My ex-wife and I, it's not really my business to talk her business, but whatever. My ex-wife and I did mushrooms. We would do them regularly. Not regularly, like once a year. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, we're going to do some mushrooms or whatever before we had kids. And then who can find mushrooms after you have kids? But we did mushrooms. And when we would do mushrooms, what we would do is we'd watch like Archer. We watch cartoons and stuff that was bright and funny and that you could laugh on them. Because that's, yep, Adam, shiitake. Shiitake these mushrooms and eat them, and then you're going to be psychedelic. Psychedelic-y is what we did. But we watched cartoons and stuff, right? So Toy Story 3 was new. It had just been released. I said, I'm telling this to Jake. I go, Jake, this is exactly what is happening with your life. I go, I don't recommend being on mushrooms the first time you do it, because there's a scene where all of the toys are they're at the dump. Okay. And the entire cast that you have known and grown to love over the first two movies, Woody, Buzz, Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Slinky Dog is there. What's Ham? The pig bank.
Yeah.
I mean, all Rex is there.
Bo Peep.
What's Joan Cusack's character?
I don't know. Is it Bo Peep?
No, she's the. It doesn't matter. She's the female Woody.
Oh,
Bo Peep's not there.
Yeah.
I don't think Bo Peep's there. Maybe Bo Peep is there. It's the entire cast of this show, right? And when you are on mushrooms, there is a very real moment where you are certain that Pixar is about to kill every one of these characters right in front of you. Yeah, Adam says on TikTok, That's Just Nelson, he says Bo Peep comes back in the fourth one. So she's in there in 1 and 2, right? And then in 3, she's gone.
Yeah,
Jesse's there. There's a moment, they're all in this, it's not a compactor. They're like flowing down, being pushed down into the middle of this room. And in the middle of the room is like a furnace of some kind. And it's burning all of the trash. And it is the longest scene when you're on psychedelic mushrooms, because it's a literally slow burn as they're coming down. And what happens is, at one point, all of the characters look at each other and resign themselves to death. Like they nod at each other like, yeah, this is a thing. We're all going to die. And you really believe in your mushroom-addled brain that Pixar is about to end this movie in just a bath of flames. In what world would that make any sense? Mushrooms. And at the last second, the aliens come back, and they literally have a big trash claw that comes down and scoops up everybody, dumps them out in the parking lot. Everybody's fine. And everybody acts like we didn't all just look at each other like we were about to melt and die. And you hope, do toys die when they melt? Or are they then just one amalgamation of living toy flesh? I said, Jake, that is your life right now. I go, you were handed the worst of times. Think of the strain. Like I talked with him in depth about the strain it was going to bring on his family and what it was going to do to his kids and his wife and like the whole deal. And then the claw. He doesn't shake. He's on a regimen of things. He's going through the psychology. The guy was handed his life back. It's insanity. And here I am bitching about hair plugs. You know what I mean? Like, all I wanted to do was come on the air and be petty and just self-absorbed. And out of nowhere, Jesus and Shaky Jake have to drop themselves into my life. What a nightmare. Actually, a dream for him. So congratulations to Shaky Jake. I don't know. He's going to have to change his height as handle. his handle. There you go. Thanks, Cam. I was having a hard time getting a grip on that handle there.
Right, man.
Because at that point, then it isn't a clever name, as opposed to it being a clever name. Anybody? Wayne's World, is this thing on? I thought that would land with him. It didn't.
Oh, that landed hard, but I just wanted to say the quote, but I can't.
Did it land hard?
Yeah. Real hard.
So hard. When we come back, don't bury the lead. And then we're going to get out of here. That's enough already.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson.
Jolly Green Giants?
Are you ready? Here we go.
News team!
The latest news,
The Jay Leno of News Inc.
determining what's fake or not.
Don't bury the lead on That's Just Nelson.
This computer. Give me 1 second.
Hey, man, you're blocking my shot.
You know what? Just give me a second, Cam.
What happened?
The computer sucks. And it locks up.
Ah, gotcha.
So then I got to go Control Alt Delete and then back out again. No one needed to see that, but they all saw it because it was on the live. Should we redo that? I want to redo it.
Redo it.
I want to redo.
News team!
the latest news,
The Jay Leno of News Inc.
Determining what's fake or not.
Don't bury the lead on That's Just Nelson.
Cam's favorite part of Don't Bury the Lead is the fact that it's the last thing I do on the show.
Hilarious.
It's buried. We're burying the lead, but don't do it.
Hashtag no hashtag.
A new alert from the State Department advises travelers to exercise increased caution when visiting Cuba due to crime and electrical outages. You know, because if you know anything about Cuba, it's that they make great cigars and they have historically been very friendly and inviting to Americans. Just sounds like a real good idea. Jamie Lee Curtis says she got plastic surgery at 25 after a cinematographer refused to film her on set. He said, "I'm not shooting her because her eyes are baggy." And of course, the irony here being that the only thing baggy was him. Douche baggy. Alison Brie and Dave Franco have been hit with a copyright infringement suit over Together, their independent horror film. The suit filed alleges that the film is a blatant, sometimes verbatim ripoff of Better Half, a 2023 independent film. As, quote, a sincere apology, Franco held a press conference and read line for line the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis character statement for Danny McBride. It's not an apology, but that's what they went with. I mean, steer into it, I suppose. You just really own that one. And lastly, Cam, did you see this? Commuters in the UK are over people in public blasting whatever they're listening to, regardless of their surroundings. It's been dubbed bear beating. Lawmakers are weighing 1,000 pound. It's a little over $1,100, I think, 1,000 pound. For that might not be right. I don't know what the exchange rate is. They're weighing 1,000 pound fine for those choosing to go sans headphones. And in related news, bear beating is now the top trending search on Grindr. I just love it. So stupid. A live recording of the podcast happens every night, and then the podcast itself will be available. Isn't that nice? On Apple and Spotify, you can rewatch the live as well if you'd like. It happens everywhere. TikTok, it happens on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Hell, it was on Instagram today. And the only thing you need to look up is That's Just Nelson. Put an @ on the front of it. It's going to get you any of the social media for the show. 402-302-1005, of course, is the phone number. Message and data rates may apply if you want to do a little text messaging, but you can do that, certainly. Still under construction. That's just Nelson.com. Cam, anything before we get out of here?
No, man, that was good stuff.
Nothing to promote?
I got nothing. No, this is it.
You can find him. His name's Cam Broham. He's one of my best friends. He's a co-best friend
I also did brand myself pretty well too, so I'm just Cambro Ham on everything.
So there you go. You did have something on the way out.
I guess I did. I guess I did.
Thank you. God almighty. Is this thing on? It's not loud enough. Doesn't matter. It's a bad mix. This is the part of the show I love to remind you to take your pills, huh? It's been working. Yeah. You're feeling good. There's a reason for that. You didn't do it on your own. It's okay. Better living through pharmacology. It's going to work out for all of us. Again, Spotify and Apple is where you can find it. At That's Just Nelson, of course, as well. And we're out of here.
That's Just Nelson. This used to be a radio show presentation.
I'm Penny Nelson. My name is Rowan Nelson. Thank you for listening to this show. Thanks for listening to the show. Have a good day and have an awesome day. I love you too.
All right, everybody.
Did it.
That's a wrap.